Hey guys, BrickWizard59 here, and today I want to come at you with yet another LEGO Tatooine update, and this is Building Tatooine in LEGO Episode 4. And as you can see here, we have a boatload of work done since the last update. And before we actually get started into all the progress, I want to let you know I just finished up my last Pick-a-Brick Cup, a 1x4 brick. And so now I'm out of parts, but more are on the way. This last 20 days, I was able to make about a little over $100, $106 off of selling on Bricklink. And so that means I do have funds covered. I have actually already done calculations for order. So in terms of my order for around $50, I will be making have enough parts for about 300 more 1x4 bricks. I will have domes. I will have arch pieces. I'll pretty much have everything needed to actually finish Mos Eisley. And I mean, at this rate, I could actually extend Mos Eisley out that way, which is great news, meaning this MOC is going to get even bigger. So definitely quite exciting news. That order I have pretty much placed, and that should be coming. I mean, depending on shipping, it should be there next week, and we'll get we'll get the domes on, get bricks. So basically, it will look a lot more like Mos Eisley. But today, you can see there's way more work done, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright, so basically the entire layout has changed completely. Before, you had your checkpoint gate, which was right in the center. I moved it to the edge. This building, the tall one, was right there. I moved it here to the left. So pretty much I moved everything that was here to the left, and then the gate to the right. So basically I've completely rearranged it, and I think it looks excellent. As you could see, I have got a ton of... I looked at more reference pictures for more accuracy in terms of Mos Eisley. I was keeping on looking at episode 4. It didn't really have too many far shots of the entire city. Then I ended up looking at the LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga game, which is actually where I got the idea of the gate. And then that also, the graphics weren't good. There wasn't really a real city look to it. They didn't have a huge out view. And then I thought to myself, where can I get reference pictures for Mos Eisley? And then I thought about it. Episode 1 and 2 of Star Wars. Episode 1 takes place completely on Mos Eisley. Episode 2, Anakin goes back to free his mom. And actually, here's just a quick look at some of the reference pictures I got, which is like excellent. So we can see here, just look at the entire city, so much detail. Same thing, look at all of those buildings. So some incredible reference pictures in Star Wars Episode 1 and 2, and that's pretty much what I did to make the buildings. And also what I did, I added more of that cluttered building type of look like Tatooine really is, where many of the buildings are connected, squished together, and I think it looks amazing. Without further ado, let's take a closer look. Alright, so the very first thing I want to tell you is these two front buildings here are exactly the same. They were once again just moved over. And if you really want to look to see how this Mos Eisley has changed, just watch the last update. Then watch this update, and you'll see definitely the entire layout has changed. Alright, but first off, what I did here was, in episode 2, there were a ton of these type of overhangs where you'd have your sellers, like selling things, and that's where water was. So I decided to add a couple right there. You could see I only had 2 of these. This was from that Endor village, or Battle of Endor. So I had to use a dark red sail, which I think looks okay. I do want to switch them out to this when I get the parts. But you can see here, this seller here, he is a droid seller. So you can see he has a ton of droid parts. He's fixing up some legs. And basically the whole city is populated. And you can see I have a second one back there. So definitely that gives it more of the market type of look in Mos Eisley. Moving along, this is the new and improved Mos Eisley Cantina, which I think looks amazing. I pretty much used all the parts from the 4501 Mos Eisley Cantina, plus what I had there before, and made this. And I think it looks awesome. So I'll actually just quickly take it off just to show you. So you can see I have that curved piece right there. And I think that piece looks really nice. So this is like kind of like half. So imagine another curve going like that. But this is one of the buildings I did want to keep open just so people could really, at Bricks by the Bay and at the conventions, actually have a look inside in some of the buildings. And basically I actually already started adding scenes. You can see Luke here, and then Obi-Wan, and then there's Greedo and Han. So basically I have started adding scenes from the movies. And as of now, I'm going to be adding scenes from Star Wars Episode 1 through 6. So you will definitely be seeing new trilogy scenes in here too. Not too many at this moment. And you can see here, I did add Jabba the Hutt. But I just made, that's not actually supposed to be Jabba. That's just another hut because I wanted to have as many alien creatures. And then yes, the land speeder is here. And definitely it's looking pretty good. So as you can see, the roads I made, as I'll actually remove the camera for 1 sec. But just to look at the road, going like this, all the way around. So it leads in like here and here. And then there's the full circle. And then the road leading out there. And of course that way too. So that's how the road looks. And I think it looks great. I have made enough space such that you can actually fit vehicles. And then this is probably my favorite building for this one. The only reason is because this like arch piece in the front, which really looks like a Mos Eisley type of building. I love that piece. I'm definitely I placed an order. In the previous order I was talking about, I have about 4 or 5 more of those coming in, and I love that piece. And that really looks really good. So basically, in the center, to separate all the roundabout of the street, I have 2 cluttered buildings here. So this one has the little overhang, and there's one building here. It's quite simple. This actually used to be up here in front, and then this is the second building, which I made. And I looked in Mos Eisley, and there's a ton of buildings which have like these arches connected to it, this like small tunnels, and I think that really looks nice. So as we move right along, and we'll have to zoom in just to take a look, you could see we got our third stand with a ton of droid parts. I got all sorts of Rhodians, the Gamorrean guards, everyone, and you could see we got another Jabba the Hutt inside. So that's that. And then on this side, basically what I did here was this is the exit of Mos Eisley. Because I didn't want to, as I was talking in the last update, I basically wanted to move the wall here. So there is a pretty much barrier from the city and the outskirts. So that at least has enough space then to go on to Jabba's palace, which will be a few base plates away. So basically I have the complete door, which does function. You could see all the way across. It ends at this building. And then in the middle of this building, it's a bit tough to see, we have an archway. And then this is another building. This is the last building I made. And then I'll need a few bricks to cover up this side to make the wall complete. So that is that. Here's just a better look at the city. And then here is another speeder, which fits very, very well. You could see, as I'll take the camera out, I added like a ton of pedestrians everywhere. You can see there is, sorry about the shakiness, but there's Qui-Gon Jinn. And then these buildings I really do like. So this is like these double type of buildings, and then this is another one. They're just so simple, but they look really good. And in the far corner, we got like a huge like junkyard, which I thought I kind of modeled after Wada's junkyard. And then, as we'll move right across, this is the tall building. Next to it, I have this super cool other building. Sorry about that, so I'll once again remove it off the screen. But I really love that building. The curves on the top. Probably going to make it just one more higher. And then add one of the dome pieces. But I think that looks pretty good height-wise. Actually, I might add another building there. But it's definitely looking really, really nice. And yes, I did finally get myself a dewback. And I think that looks really awesome there guarding the gate. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for this update. So much has been done. Actually, lastly, I just want to show you here. Jabba's here, who is like mugging or capturing his like a slave, which I said would run away. But this is just a better look at the little tunnel. And that's pretty much it. So I'll just do a quick look at a few of those details all across. And I think Mos Eisley is looking amazing. But now let's finish this video off. And here's one final look at Mos Eisley all together. And just looking at it, it's big. It's 12 base plates. But it feels small. I just don't know why. But I will definitely be increasing it. I have, again, as I said, 300 more bricks. That, even though it looks like a lot, it'll last me a few buildings. But I think I can definitely extend Mos Eisley, because I have all this table space, but I was going to save for Jabba's Palace and the Desert Dunes. But I think I'm going to maybe at least one more base plate in length this way. So in all 3 more base plates, I will be extending it. And I think that'll be enough. If not, I will go 6 base plates, meaning 2 more base plates in length. But I think that's going to be pretty much it, because then we're going to have the dunes with Jabba's Palace at the corner. And I mean, this thing is really shaping up. But you can see I love the look of those cluttered buildings. I really love how it's looking. But, you know, it needs to be a bit more cluttered. And I think, yeah, I will definitely be adding a few, 1 or 2 base plates more in terms of length. But that's pretty much it for this update. This is a bit of a longer one, but we got a boatload of work done here, and this is really starting to look like Mos Eisley. So, no parts right now. Probably the next update won't be next week, but the week after. But probably next week I will have the First Order Star Destroyer update. So, you know, that'll kind of make up for it. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this update. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Definitely give this video a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe for more LEGO, and stay tuned. Definitely check out my previous update if you really want to see how this building has, or how this has grown since the last update. And anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe down below. So this is Brick Wizard 59, and I'll see you all next time.